Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. In the last part we finished off our main business over at Spiderweb, and now we're on to Tanline Island. According to the map, this is Tanline Island. It's hot! Don't let the immense heat distract you. There's a den of evil here. Find it and destroy it without delay. I'll go and have a look-see. You just leave everything to me, and if you feel cursed, lie back and put a damn towel on your forehead. Where does she get the energy to be so disgustingly happy all the time?
Ready.
It's called being a main character, Risky. You should try it sometime. Oh wait, that's right. You're playable in Chapter Hero, if I recall. I thought, welcome to Tanline Island. This place is not that bad, actually. One thing I will say is that this game, like Risky's Revenge and even a bit of a Shantae 1, does have a difficulty spike. And while it's nowhere near as bad as the Hypno Baron's Labyrinth in Risky's Revenge, it is noticeable. Every island is harder than the previous. But this is not that much harder. Oh hey, another one of these sarcophagi. This is the third one we've seen. We saw one back on Saliva Island in like part 2. And Sky's dad just brought one to her place last part. Huh. Also, screw these scorpion ladies. They're actually a returning enemy from Shantae 1 if I recall. And they're annoying. That sword blocks all attacks from the front, so you have to be a bit tricky with them. Also, I love these octopi because they explode so badly. How did Sky's dad manage to carry this all the way back to Scuttletown? It's a good question, especially considering he would have needed a good-sized boat and a map to the island, supposedly. Hello, Save Man. The old Save Man is probably the randomest character in the series, let's be honest. Squid Baron! Hey, Squid Baron, what are you doing up here of all places?
My vacation, it's ruined.
Oh, right.
I came here expecting to relax in the surf, to feel the ocean breeze on my face and watch with feigned interest as nearby beach bunnies apply copious handfuls of sunscreen to each other's bodies in order to be practical and stay unsafe. From UV rays.
Okay.
But I didn't know this is the off-season. The only sights this time of year are the elder beings and scorpion folk. I give up. I'll be purchasing a lavish home nearby with amazing square footage and gravel landscaping at this rate.
I won't let you do that. Buck up. There's still something amazing out there waiting for you. Something cliche like a lonely lady squid.
Maybe you're right. If I'm not gonna stick around, then here. Take these x-ray specs. I won't be needing them, apparently. Use them to see through things if it pleases you.
Oh. Squid, you lil perv. Oh god, it's actually, wait, Squid is a pervert. That's normal in Japan, actually. Now, we can head off to the right, but there's nothing for us there, so you might notice this thing. Looks kind of similar to something we saw back in Shantae 1 with those pillars that you had to turn around to get a puzzle solution. They are more or less our next goal. We need to be able to enter that door. And how do we do it? With these glasses, I can see right through the stone. Something's carved here. It's a design of some sort. I'll make a quick sketch just so I don't forget. We need to go to all 3 of these sarcophagi and get a sketch. And when we get all 3, we get the solution to that pillar. The way you're supposed to be able to know to do this is you're supposed to, like, head to the right of where that thing was, where the Squid Baron was, and talk to some person. But I'm just going to do it ahead of time and save you some time. Next up, we're back on Saliva Island because we saw the sarcophagi, but it was never quite clear how we had to get to it. You need the hat in order to get to it, unless you're like a god with timing, I think. Because you can jump all the way over to here. And from here, it's just a linear path to the, what's it called? Sarcophagi. Sarcophagus, technically. Though you may have seen it there, also on this route is the last heart squid for Saliva Island. So, you're more or less required to 100% this island if you're going through it the way I do. And with that, our business is more or less, once we get the sarcophagus, done on Saliva Island forever. Mostly. There is one thing I might be showing off later on. Call it a hunch. Yes, one thing I always found a bit odd about this specific revisit to Saliva Island is that they didn't put any harder enemies in this little area. They kind of spam a few mermaids in odd places, like this room especially. But honestly, it's just kind of strange in there. The mermaids are still kind of annoying, but like I said earlier, they're nowhere near as bad as they were in Risky's Revenge. And now we get the mummy sketch for this one. And now the next one should be apparently obvious where it is because they kind of had an entire cutscene focused on that last part. It's here in Sky's house. And we got the mummy sketch, which is the third one. So, hey, now that I've sketched all 3 mummy carvings, I should be able to figure out the design. Oh! Each ship represents an animal, and they're arranged in a very specific pattern. Which means the combination for that temple door is... Gator, bird, bird. That is randomized during every playthrough, and I think it follows the 4-eye puzzle logic from the Squid Baron's Labyrinth from Risky's Revenge, in that you need to see the solution in order to be able to enter it. It is usually pretty simple. I don't think I've ever seen it be 3 different things at the same time. I think it's usually only ever 2. But it probably can be. I've just had some luck with it, possibly. And doing that opens up this area. So let's take a look at what we got in here. Welcome to Tanline Temple. Princess, it's you! Dude?
Oh my stars and garters! Princess, is it really you? You're talking to me, right? It is you! You've returned to us after ages beyond passing. Everybody listen! Our princess has returned to us after all this time! Whoa, I think you've got the wrong gal. She doesn't remember. And yet she's the spitting image of who has long since passed. Now she has returned to rule over us all with her infinite wisdom. Princess, please take your proper place at the throne at once. But... Royal vassals, adorn her highness in ceremonial garb. See that she does not want to prepare the coronation. Oh, buggers. Hello? I'm just like a space princess. Can we talk this over now? Anyone? Great. They took my items away, too. These guys think I'm the princess back from the dead. They'll never let me leave. There must be some way of escaping. I better start looking. Now, you remember how in Zelda games past, like, Ocarina of Time, there's always been a random stealth section? This is a random stealth section. We have no items. We still have our Herwit, but it can't do anything against the enemies in here. So, it's just a stealth section, and you have to avoid the guard's sight. Otherwise, you're sent back to that room we were just in. Though I do like how they had a way to reuse this graphic, because the graphic that we're actually in right now, I believe, is the exact same sprite for the Magic Mode sprite design, or Magic Mode costume, rather, in Risky's Revenge. And the actual lampshade, that's more or less a Princess Leia reference. Now the thing is, this is a stealth section, yeah, but it's not a very hard one. I think I've only ever gotten caught a total of twice, and that's because I was being reckless and stupid. If you just take your time with it, it's not going to be that hard. It can be a bit lengthy. We're here for the rest of the part, but yeah. But our main goal here is to get a total of 3 keys in order to do some stuff. Now I might be wondering, how do I avoid this guy? He's walking in a single path. These little archways in the background lead to shadow, so you just have to stay here. This is actually, I think, a very well-designed stealth section. It's just a bit repetitive. I think stealth sections work much better in either a top-down perspective or 3D. I've never seen a stealth section work well in a side-scrolling kind of fashion. Snake's Revenge tried to, but I don't think it worked too well in that game. Because, good lord, I hated those side-scrolling sections. Love the music here, though. Honestly, I have to wonder why they even bothered with this, though. Because, admittedly, this does follow a bit of a trend that's going to be happening in all the islands from now on. In that, every island from here on out is going to kind of have a secondary area before the dungeon. Like, Spiderweb had Run Run Roddy Tops. Tanline Island has the Tanline Temple, so on and so forth. Kind of like a mini dungeon. But a stealth section, I don't think was what was needed. I mean, I guess for the sake of variety, it makes sense. But, Also, there's a chain there. I didn't notice that in my first playthrough. I actually came over this way last, if I recall. Because I could not see that chain for the life of me on the resolution I was playing on the first time around. I'm not exactly sure what the view angle of the guards is. I think it might just be a straight line. Because I think it's possible to be like standing just below an edge with them and they'll never see you.
Though in these areas, there's actually a good amount of hidden passageways. Sometimes you have to whip stuff, sometimes you have to crawl. But because of this, in this room especially, that Tanline Temple is the best place to get gems in the game. I'm not going to be grinding for gems now. I'm going to wait until I'm done with the island. At least our first visit to the island to do that. But those 3 pots there, and the combination of... Well, the combination of those pots there, and these ones that you can get to very easily, but just by crawling... You can get upwards of, I want to say, 70 plus gems, no problem, with each visit to the room. And there's a door just to the left of this area that allows you to exit and re-enter. And you can do it all over again, because they respawn. You have to destroy the purple blocks every time, yeah, but that's not that annoying, is it? The only real enemies in this area you can kill are the soldiers we've been seeing since we entered Tanline. And the... rats. And the rats are no real issue at all. I do kind of wish that you could unlock this design of Shantae as like a costume to have throughout the entire thing. But that would mean, I can understand why they didn't do it for this one in particular, because that means they would have had to do a lot of sprites. Because they would have had to do either a pirate version of it or just animate its sprites again for the pirate tools. And that would have been annoying. Also, notice how that statue's looking at the left door? Enter the left door and you get a heart squid. The right is just gems. The best thing I can say about this stealth section, though, is that it's not horribly long. I've played shorter stealth sections, but it doesn't drag on that long compared to, like, the Run Run Rowdy Tops or the... Was that Sky? Rowdy Tops! What's going on here? Well, the thing is, the main reason you want to get keys is so we can free our friends. Sky and Rowdy Tops are here as well.
Rowdy Tops.
But I left you back on Spiderweb Island. I didn't want to miss out on the fun, so I followed you. Look, we both have matching costumes. Now we can be princesses together. Roddy, we gotta get out of here fast. Okay, I'll go, but I'm keeping this outfit. I actually really like Roddy. I think she's adorable. Especially in this game. Mind you, the profile, the character portraits certainly help, because my god, they look so cute. Now, Roddy Top's following me, I can believe. How did you get here? Sky, they caught you too? What are you doing here? I flew here to find a cure for Joe. What's your excuse? I'm here with, fine, don't tell me. Let's just find a way out of this madhouse. And put some clothes on for crying out loud. How am I supposed to walk in these shoes? Well, to be fair, Shantae is not wearing that much less. I mean, she's still wearing less, but comparative to Sky, she's wearing not much less. And there's a third door here, but we don't know who's there yet. But I do recommend before you go anywhere else, hit that switch. Why? Because that door, if you're paying attention earlier, leads to the room we were trapped in. So if you get spotted from here on out, you can just take a shortcut out of that door into that one to get to this section for the more getting around. Admittedly, this key is the most out of the way, though. Because you can find the other two along the way. This is the only one you have to kind of travel for. Though I think I found this one first, well, not first, second, technically, out of all the keys. Because I found the one that we had to go through that chain room to get to last. Now, I believe I cut back to the main room after getting this key, but in case you're wondering how you get out of this room, you jump on that platform and jump into the wall, and then you'll be led back up through one of those teleporter Donkey Kong Country mouth things. It's very simple. Either way, let's see who's in this third room, because that was two of our friends. Who's in here? Oh. Risky, is that you? Who else would it be? I came looking for you, and instead I found this place. The simpletons mistook me for some silly princess and locked me in here. Same here. I'll pound those imbeciles into fish paste when I get my hands on them. We're wasting time, let's go. Not gonna lie though, I actually really like the way Risky looks with her hair down. But, okay, so that's at least 2, possibly 4 girls they've mistaken for their princess. What's going on? There you are. We should be able to operate this contraption if the 4 of us work together. We're not heavy enough, although blonde here does make for some excellent ballast. Excuse me? You're probably weigh as much as a lead balloon. Or 2. Can we at least try to work together? I won't work with her, but for you, sure. Me? Aren't you the brain eater? What? Not you, her. Ugh, the noise. This is why I work alone. All right, you lubbers, pull. Yes, ma'am. That shouldn't be how that works, because their weight's already exerted on it. It worked. Of course it did. You give up too easily. If you want to make something bend to your will, you better be prepared to break it as well. You're a scary lady. Come on, let's all rush in and pummel these imbeciles. No, we should sneak past them quietly. I want to distract them with a fan dance. I'll take a look. Alright, what's going on in here? What the? Princess, you've arrived at last! Behold, a glittering statue to your vast magnificence! That's supposed to be me? Ah, but yes, it is your exact likeness! But lo, do my eyes deceive me? Princess, there are 4 of you! But each of you looks perfectly identical to this humongous, titanic, rotund, corpulent, and bulgingly beautiful, pleasantly plump statue! That's it, wring his throat. What's this? Princess! There you are! Where in the world have you been? It's been over 30 minutes! Were you at the store the whole that time? You silly Billy. I can't. People, hear me! Our princess has returned at long last from the store! Thank you all. Truly, you have saved our people. Sorry about the mix-up. Believe me, this happens all the time. I shall return your garments. Give you this golden pickaxe in honor of your great deeds. Ugh. Leave us out of your adventures from now on. Wait, this is the fun part where I get an item. We got the golden pickaxe. It's weaker than a stone pickaxe. Ugh, Minecraft references, that's rare. And that's the end of that. I do admit that joke makes the entire thing worth it. On second thought, you look nothing like the prince. I love the dialogue in this game. I actually do recommend you talk to everyone in this place once you finish it, because there's some pretty funny lines. But the main reason I'm re-entering is that if you were paying attention, there's a cage in the middle of this room with the island's first cackle bat. And also, you could potentially grind for gems now, but I'm going to wait on that until after I beat the dungeon. The golden pickaxe is the reason you need to come to this place, though, because you need it in order to progress to the right towards the actual, dungeon. But with that, I'm going to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 7, we'll be continuing on in Tanline Island, getting towards the dungeon in the process. See you guys then.